All right, thank y'all for coming out. We have had a development in the missing person case in Navarre. First off, I'm joined by Mark Alderman from the State Attorney's Office. So Cassie Carli, who's been missing now for about a week, we discovered her body while executing a search warrant in Alabama. It was in a barn in a shallow grave. So it's not the ending that we wanted, obviously, but we're hoping to provide a little closure for the family. And also, as you know, as we reported earlier, the suspect is currently in jail in Maury County, Tennessee, on charges of tampering with evidence and giving false info reference missing persons investigation. Our major crimes unit, I can tell you this, I've never been more proud of them. They've served multiple search warrants in multiple states, traveled over 1,500 miles in a week searching for evidence in reference to this crime. So I want to thank them, but I also want to thank FDLE, FBI, Fish and Wildlife, Tennessee Highway Patrol, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Alabama Investigation Division, St. Clair County SO, Alabama, Springfield PD, Alabama, Walton County, Bay County, and Okaloosa County for their assistance. That tells you how far out this went. We're just proud that we've got this guy in custody. Obviously, more charges will be pending, depending on the autopsy, which will occur tomorrow morning. If you have any questions in reference to extradition or charges that will be pending on him, I'll defer to the state attorney. So do you have questions? Yes.
Do you guys know how she was killed?
No. The autopsy will reveal that tomorrow, hopefully.
Has he been cooperative with this investigation?
Absolutely not. No.
What was the tip, or what was the information that led you guys to this place in Alabama? Are you guys revealing where she was found exactly? Or?
No, and we're not revealing how we found that location either right now. You got to remember it's an ongoing investigation. So we can just tell you that we had information that led us to that place. We got a search warrant and we discovered the body.
I'm sorry, you may have said, but her body was found overnight or this morning? Or?
It was found yesterday evening.
Is the shed connected at all to Mr. Spanavilla?
It is in a roundabout way, but we can't get into that either. But he does have a connection to the property.
Are you able to say if the body was found like out in the open or covered or anything like that?
No, a shallow grave.
Regarding the previous charges, can you get it all into what evidence he tampered with and what evidence he might have destroyed?
Yeah, it was in reference to the victim's phone. He took her phone and basically got rid of it. So.
Were you guys able to ever locate the phone?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Where?
We're not going to go into that one.
And how did he lie to investigators? What did he lie about?
He lied a couple of times, actually, in different scenarios, but what was the exact thing?
We just uncovered clear and convincing evidence that the information he gave us was materially false.
Yeah.
That we were able to confirm.
How did police encounter him yesterday? Was this during a traffic stop or?
Yeah, actually, our detectives went to Tennessee and got with the Tennessee Highway Patrol and Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and they did surveillance, found him, and took him down on a traffic stop and arrested him.
So obviously, Thursday, when you guys had the other press conference, it was clear that he was a suspect or a person of interest. You guys were keeping tabs on him.
Right.
Do you feel like he was on the move and a flight risk? Do you think he was trying to leave or hide? Or?
Well, I can't speak for his thought process. I can tell you this, he was totally uncooperative. He never cooperated at all with us. And that goes a long way. I mean, you think about it, it's your baby's mother and she's missing and you're not going to cooperate with authorities. That's kind of telltale.
At this point, you may have said it clearly, but the child, where is she? And I know she's safe, but is she back with family or is she still in custody?
Not yet, but we're working on that as we speak. But yeah, she's been checked on by the Tennessee Department of Children and Families, and she's safe.
I know you said he wasn't cooperative. Is he speaking now that her remains have been discovered?
No, all he said was lawyer. That's all he said.
And does he have any known criminal history with this department or any other that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
In terms of extradition, when can we expect him back here, or is he fighting that?
Obviously, he's in Tennessee right now. We will know very shortly as to whether he's going to waive extradition. If he does not, we'll have to submit paperwork to the governor's office and do a governor's warrant.
And that could take up to, that could be a process?
It can be a process. Usually we have about 30 days to do it. But we should know within the next couple of days as to whether or not he's going to fight extradition. So if he is not waiving extradition, it will take a little longer. But it's a pretty routine process going through the governor's office.
And at what point will he, I know you said the charges will obviously be upgraded, will it be once he gets back here, or it could be before then?
At this point, as the sheriff said, the autopsy is likely going to be tomorrow, which will reveal a great deal more. As soon as we know more, we will file the appropriate charges. And we've been in consultation with the DA's office in Alabama. And as soon as we know more, we'll figure out what to charge and where to charge it.
Do you guys believe he acted alone?
Yes.
Yes.
Was he alone at the time of his arrest yesterday?
Yes, he was. Yeah. And, you know, as for extradition, when you say, will he waive extradition, you know, since we've been dealing with him, he's been acting like a dirtbag. I don't see that changing, so I'm sure there'll be an extradition process. So,
Do you have any history of Cassie complaining about him or any domestic incident history involving a pair?
I was told by somebody that she had applied for a DVI before. But I don't have specifics. I don't.
And just another question, the
Mhm.
conditions of Sailor, was she unharmed, completely safe when you saw her last, and does she remain so?
Well, we never saw her, but the Department of Children and Families in Tennessee are the ones that responded out and said that she was unharmed and in a safe environment.
I know it was asked on Thursday, but do you
Yeah.
guys believe that the little girl may have witnessed anything or possibly could provide information for the investigation?
Yeah, I mean, she's 4 years old, so I don't know that she saw anything. We don't have that information yet, but, you know, her being 4 years old, I don't know how much info we could actually get out of her.
Did someone from your sheriff's department notify the family, and if so, how did that go? Was that in person?
Yeah, in person, I did it this morning, so,
How did that go?
well, as you would expect it to. They're crushed, you know. I mean, it gives them some closure that they know where she's at now, but still, it's their daughter. I mean, you know, daughter and sister, and it is terrible.
Was it difficult for you to do that?
It always is. But I mean, she was a citizen of mine, so I'm obligated, and it's not something you look forward to do as a detective or as a sheriff. It's horrible.
You had said on Thursday, when asked about the investigation, that the whole major crimes unit,
Yes.
I believe you said 10 or 11
Mhm.
investigators, that was their sole purpose in finding
Yeah.
Cassie.
Mhm.
Talk again about that, just the fact that you guys weren't giving up and that you did find her.
Yeah, and like I said, they went over 1,500 miles in this investigation, multiple search warrants on cars, phones, houses, properties. I just cannot speak high enough about them. You know, very little sleep, traveling all over the place. We've got them in Tennessee, we got them in Alabama, Panama City, and they're all working as one team, and it came to this conclusion, which, you know, we hate it that Cassie has passed away, but it's good to get closure for the family, and it's good to keep this dirtbag in jail where he belongs.
Since her remains were found in Alabama, are all these agencies still gonna be with the investigation, or is it kind of just gonna be?
Well, yeah, they're still helping us, and they've been a great help. Like, you know, up in Tennessee where the truck is, they're taking care of forensics up there, and they're helping us with that. And of course, the FBI and FDLE are great at offering their services as well. So it's kind of a team effort here. But we have definitely got a great case, and I think once the autopsy's done and you see the charges filed, you'll understand. But I think we have a great case, and I think he's either going to spend the rest of his life in prison or he's going to get the needle. So hopefully the needle. But
So, you
Yeah.
said, we're not able to know exactly where the child is, it's with DCF, or she is with DCF?
no, she's not with DCF. She's with the family right now. But they've checked the family and they checked the location, and she is safe.
And, sorry, another question coming in, do you expect she'll be charged with murder?
Well, I'm not going to speak for the state attorney. They're the only ones that can charge somebody with murder. But after looking at what I've seen evidence-wise, I think it's, yeah, definitely.
Tomorrow, you guys think you'll have a cause of death?
Yeah, the autopsy's done tomorrow. It's going to be done up in Alabama, I think Huntsville, Alabama. And once we get the results, that will be immediately forwarded to the state attorney's office, and we'll do what we need to do.
Now, I'm sorry to be redundant, but
No.
just to absolutely confirm,
Sure.
this body has been confirmed as being Cassie's.
Well, and when I say that, confirmed, it's been confirmed by a tattoo. Okay, so it's not like dental records or fingerprints or anything, but it's a very, very, you know, it's a tattoo in a place that normally you don't have a tattoo. And the type of tattoo has led us to believe that this is definitely her. That and the property coinciding with, you know, the suspect, it kind of all came together.
The family haven't identified her yet, or have they?
No, the family didn't identify her. Detectives on scene identified her via the tattoo and the information the family gave us. So that's how she got identified.
It's a pretty unusual situation, it being, them doing the custody exchange in a public place. Do you have any recommendations for other family members to do the same, or to go to a different location?
Yeah, well, no, public place is always good, but, you know, time of day matters as well. If it's dark, if they're parked in a secluded part of a parking lot or something. And when I say do your exchange in public, I'm thinking, you know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon at a Walmart parking lot, broad daylight, that kind of thing. That's what we mean when we say in public. So it's just, if you have to exchange kids, I would say broad daylight, a big parking lot, lots of people, that's public. Yes.
You said on Thursday that you guys were looking over surveillance video, some of it was good, some of it was bad,
Yeah.
dark, whatever. What has that been able to produce for the investigation? Are you guys still combing over that, or?
We are, and there's other things that keep coming in. We get tips all the time about, hey, he was in this store or he was here, so now we have to go there and review video footage, and so it's ongoing. Just because he's in jail, it's not over until he goes to prison. Then it's over. So we're still doing a lot of investigating. Anything else? Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate it.